Reenact the Crime. We get this. That's the third one, by the way. Alright, and now all of our spells are free. Let's go for 5 new cards. Man, you can see that moment you start getting this stuff. Okay, this is a little bit obnoxious. Like, now we play Atraxa. Man, we will never stop. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today absolutely degenerate Dimir control, and when you see it in action, it will make you a little bit sick and a little bit jealous because it will be so fun. Basically, this deck uses Omniscience to just go for everything free, and the sky is the limit. You can draw 5 cards with Season of Weaving. You can get infinite loops with Invasion of Arcavios. Look at the sideboard. Only the coolest spells out there. By the way, free time stop, so you can do it all over again on the next turn. Sure, shuffling everything, including, your hand graveyard into your library so you can play again. Sure, why not? It's free. And you can just keep doing it over and over with Atraxa. You can basically chain every type of spell. And we also play Refute because 3 steps ahead actually doesn't synergize with Omniscience very well. This one is free, so moment Omniscience hits the board, you are protected because you have counter spells, you have Atraxa, you can cast everything for free. Your opponent is so behind it's not even funny. And of course we are trying to reenact the crime, that's why we have the Great Door, and we are trying to reanimate it. But even if you don't reanimate it, very often you can just play it for 10 mana and just play the game from there, because you are a normal control deck with a lot of card draw and a lot of options. So guys, this will be insane and I hope you will like it. I want to make more decks like this. So have fun guys and enjoy, it will be fun. Alright, we are going first. This is a decent hand. We don't have a lot of combo pieces, however, we should get to them. Show me. Oh, nice. Hello there. And here is the Siren, so this should be, I guess, Dimir tempo. Alright, here's the first part of the combo. Well, man, this will be very hard. We don't have removal at all, so we need to really push for as much as we can. Like, we need to hit Reenact the Crime. Removal would also be nice, but of course there are no great targets to remove, and even with map tokens there will be probably 2-2 at best. Oh, they draw a card, that's good for them. Still, let's go for the Scry, and let's see what the next card is. So we play the land, we go for the Great Door, they're tapped so we know it goes through. We just need to reenact the crime, so this is the... oh, it's fine, we'll do it on the next turn. It's kinda the same. Alright guys. The fact that we have this really helps, but we have a long way to go. Oh, this is green? Alright, a lot of maps here. Let's take the damage. And let's go for the upkeep. Alright. Let's start. We need to hit our stuff. Man, this is so tempting, but it's not the card we need. We need definitely better stuff. Listen, I definitely don't need too many of them. And I think we actually scry here. We don't need too many cards, we just need good cards. I mean, this is a land, right? And we need this mana. I will take it. It's not exactly what I wanted, but it's playable. We go to main phase, we play this, and we have a counter spell. We have probably 1 or 2 more turns to hit the combo. Alright. That's fine. Schooner, alright. This is pretty slow, so I'm not sure if they really want it. It's an amazing card, but very, very slow if you start with, turn 3 or something. Maybe they just want to pump it, let's see. It's interesting, they don't try to cast spells, they just try to go, as hard on the damage as possible. This is 5-7, right? They know that something bad is happening soon. The map, man, they can actually really pump fully with those map tokens. They'll probably pump one of the Sirens, right? I really think this is a great moment to go for it. Especially that they are tapped. We just need to hit, reenact the crime, and we win. So let's go for the upkeep stop. We have a lot of cycling, but we still need to hit it. Alright, I hit third Omniscience before I hit anything else. Alright, I see how it is. Let's life gain a little bit, that helps. Let's scry. Nope. Will we really miss? Alright, see, it is possible. Alright guys, we need to do stuff here. Oh boy, let's go. Let's go. We go for this. We reenact the crime. We get this. That's the third one, by the way. Alright, and now all of our spells are free. And that's a pretty good start. Let's go for 5 new cards. Man, you can see that moment you start getting the stuff, the deck is a little bit stronger. Oh my god. I mean, let's do it again. This is a token, so I cannot bounce everything. But I think drawing so many cards is pretty... Man, this is just really fun. Oh my god, this okay, this is a little bit obnoxious. Like, now we play a man, we will never stop. And we can... yeah, I have to say, it's alive. So let's go for Atraxa. Oh, and we need to get all of those spells. And let's go for the Reef, Enchantment, Artifact, and this. We have to do quite a lot of stuff here. Listen, this is exiled, right? So we cannot replay it. I'll definitely go for this. Our opponent is very nice, and they're trying to stay in the game. Let's start removing creatures. It will... Man, we have so much work to do, but we will just get rid of everything. I think we can also breach the multiverse or something. So I should probably go for Invasion of Arcavios. Because we need to do a lot on this turn. Let's go. Man, this really feels obnoxious. Like, look at this. I probably played like 20 something of mana. What do I have in the sideboard? Oh no, the time stop. How many creatures? No. Let's go for Breach the Multiverse. I think it's pretty good start for the turn. You know, let's just roll with it and see what we hit. Oh, this can get rid of their creatures. That's nice. And from my graveyard, nothing? Really? Not a single one? It's fine. And target up to 1. I didn't play with this card for such a long time. Alright, no blockers. Nice. And with this, I don't know what we'll go for, but we'll go with something. We can also breach the multiverse again. Let's go for the sideboard. I really want to time stop this. Let's go upkeep stop, and we can play more cards. Is there anything? Oh, I think we can reenact the crime. Right? And go for breach. Oh my god, all of this happened on this turn. Oh boy. I mean, let's go. Let's go. Let's see what our opponent has in the graveyard. I hope we won't mill ourselves. So let's go for... This is pretty strong. It becomes a 5/4. Let's take it. Oh, do I have another Atraxa? Sure. I have 11 cards. So you know what? Let's take only the ones that we really need. We can play all of them. Alright, let's go for 3 Virtue. And we are still going. We are still going. And we can make a lot of copies of this one. Alright. And we make copy. Oh, or a creature. But I mean, we still go for this. Alright. I have to say, this is a pretty decent turn. You know? I think we did the right thing. Alright. Time stop. For free, of course, because why would we pay? I probably want to go for this. So we can start doing stuff. We have also double counter spells, so even if they have something, they cannot use it. Let's get... I don't know, Siren for the map token, I guess? This is really ridiculous. And our opponent is nice enough to let us play this. So let's go for this. We need to use mana. Oh, I should play the untapped land. This is a lot of damage, but they still have one more turn. Alright, let's swing. Man, this is kinda crazy. Why didn't... Oh, right. You need to activate this mode. So, yeah, we probably played like 60 mana of spells in one turn, basically, and then we stole our opponent's turn. So, really props to our opponent for going through this. Alright, so our opponent is on the play and opened with the Mortuary. I don't think we need more lands. Let's go for this. We have triple blue already, so all we want to go for is to go for the Grey Door and start cycling cards. This is a very nice draw. And honestly, we can just miss this turn because we don't have place anyway, and that really helps in the future turns. What? Oh my god, this is literally crazy. Are you actually serious? So what we will do is to actually try... we will slow the game down, then we try to go for Omniscience, and we actually need to cast it normally. This guy is literally a rest in peace deck and nothing more. Alright, and you know what? I think we can manage to beat it, but the pairing of the matchmaker is just hilarious at this point. We could go for Invasion, but I don't think we want to go for it. We probably will go to 3 mana, even though we don't really want to cycle cards because they get exiled, so we never get them back. I think we want at least one of the Great Doors. That helps a little bit. Alright, we can try to get into our better cards. Let's see if this gets removed, because our opponent plays basically some weird deck that is supposed to, I guess, hard counter us. For some reason. I tell you, man. I tell you, this is literally designed to beat us. Like nothing more. Man, this is so hilarious. Alright, so what do we go for? I still think we take the swamp. And if I discard it, you know that they will have another one. And you know what? It's fine. If they have another one, I mean, sure. Do I want more cards? So I want to play a swamp. I have a counter spell. Honestly, I kinda like my hand. Right, so we will cycle this for a land, probably. Because if we can get... I guess we need naturally to go to 10 mana. I would love to draw a Fountainport, but we didn't. So we cannot make any treasures. Alright. Alright, what a deck. What a deck. So let's see what we can cycle. I mean, we need lands. So in all honesty, I will keep it. Yeah, I mean, what is this game, you know? Alright, I think we go for Invasion of Arcavios, because I probably need to start getting something. And let's go for the sideboard. This is kinda interesting. We could just Breach the Multiverse, honestly. I mean, man, those are the cards. We need 1 green mana to go for Doppelgang, which is really nice. We could just go... Okay, I think we go with this. I know we cannot play it yet, but I think it will be useful later. Alright, man, what a weird deck. Maybe we should just go for Breach, but I just don't want to get rid of... Man, this guy is literally anti-reanimator deck. And we're okay with this. Is that already? No, I think we need 1 more. Alright, so all we need to do is draw a land and we win the game. Can I get a counterspell? No, because all of them got exiled. That's how it works. I could go Invasion, but we don't want to do it yet. Alright, alright. Our opponent doesn't really do much, outside of, you know, hard countering our strategy with sideboard cards. But we have time, we just need 1 more land. In all honesty, I can even discard it. Counterspell is so good. So I think I actually need all of those cards. Because the sideboard card isn't the most important. So I thought that it will be useful later, but we were so stacked and counterspell is extremely powerful. Let's actually try to hit it now. I need all of those cards. Because with this, if they want to remove it, that means we are getting... Yep, we are getting an Atraxa. Let's play for 0. Even if they kill it, we have counterspell red already. And oh boy. Man. Look at this guy! Man, I just can't. This is such a matchmaker shenanigan, it's crazy. Like, this deck is literally designed to beat us, nothing more. It dies to everything else. So we can counter it. What is the other? Honestly, I will just counter it. Let's go for 0 cards. Let's see what more they have. Just, guys, you are seeing it here. Like, it's reality. It's happening. This guy is just double rest in peace, exile graveyard into double the end. It's fine, we will win anyway, but the matchmaker just went crazy mode. Alright. Oh, and of course Laurent, so they can get rid of enchantments. Still, we will get the effect from Atraxa, so we won't chain it with another Atraxa, but we'll chain it with probably Season. So then we can draw 5 cards and win the game anyway. Which is kinda crazy. We don't have as many Atraxa as our opponent thinks. Alright. We will discard this one, that's for sure. And let's see what the cards are. So, honestly, Season, Refute, I want some counter spells. Can you believe we will still win this? This is crazy. Artifact, we don't have more. Let's go for the land. And enchantment, let's go for the virtue, I guess. Why not? Why not? Man, all of this and we are winning anyway. Let's go for... Oh my god, so... Oh, this is 4 toughness? Man, that's cheating. Alright. So I guess we'll do something else. Let's play this one. Oh, man, all of this doesn't work. So let's go for alternate cost. And let's go for the sideboard. We could just time stop and draw 5 cards, or we can just breach the multiverse. I honestly like time stopping so much here. This is fun. Let's go for 5 new cards. Should be fine. I want to bounce everything. You know what? So normally I can bounce it and get infinite value, but here we actually cannot. So I will just draw 5 cards. If that's the case. Alright. And what was this game? So guys, this might happen. You'll probably never have game like this, but it happened. Alright, our opponent is going first, which really doesn't help. However, we have a lot of pieces for our game plan. But we need to resolve this. That might be a bit of a problem. So let's see what our opponent is playing and doing. If they tap, we can set it up, which would really help. Is that Reanimator? It really feels like a full control so far. No instance. So moment we cast something, we'll know. Man, do we really go for this? I don't even have lands. I have to play something. Alright. Alright, we can start scrying. Do we go for the lands? I think we do. We kinda need this. Let's see what they will go. 4 mana is a lot. They should be starting to make some plays. Right, this is honestly perfect. Let's wait for the end step. So this dies perfectly to Virtue. But I would really love to draw a land. This is super important. Like, we need to keep developing. We're on the right track, but we're not yet there. Alright, perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's why the tome is nice, even though we didn't change anything. And this is pretty good already. Can I take this damage? Like, having this is so insane. Alright, I will invest this 1 turn. We are falling a little bit behind with this, but I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Especially that we can destroy creature, life gain, so we really can, recover from any kind of damage. And right now it's not too much. I expected they will go harder. Or maybe not on this turn, but they should develop the board, right? It could be just a blink strategy. Alright. Target non-land permanent. Interesting. Alright, so do we scry? You know what, let's use this first and let's see if we hit the land. Bitter Triumph, it's a good card, honestly. I think we get rid of one of the counter spells, and with this we actually want to hit land. Like, we have so many things we need to hit. Alright, this is the tapped one, but it's still okay. And we probably go with the future. Let's see if they want to protect it. I don't think they do, but maybe. Is that a protection spell? That was a weird trigger. Alright, but now we can start doing with the Tome. We cannot counter on this particular turn because we had the tap land, but we can draw 2 cards, so that's huge. And we can even go for Season of Weaving if our opponent doesn't do much. Right, I'm not really scared about how much they draw, which is a really fun part about this deck. And well, let's draw, because then we have better selection for discarding, and this is probably something we will discard. Alright, Atraxa will be needed the moment we hit our stuff. So this one draws how many cards? They don't really have artifacts right now, so maybe we just keep drawing cards. We could go for Season, but it's probably better later. We have so many answers. We can make treasure with Fountainport, we can draw 2 cards. I don't think we need to do anything. Our opponent doesn't have the pressure they need, and even though their value will be infinite probably, we don't super care. Right, I think we go for the treasure. We can always draw later. And this really helps. Also, we can try to play Atraxa normally on the next turn. Not on this one, but on the next one. I still want an island, but you know what? We can live without it. We want other cards, because we will have everything for free, right? Oh, and we can draw it anyway. That's nice. So right now, I think we go with this. Yeah, should be good enough. This way we should hit whatever we need. We will have to discard some, but we will get the combo probably. We don't have a counter spell, that's the only downside of this play. Alright, we have this part. Well, this is actually crazy, we still didn't hit the thing, but we will probably on the next turn. 1, 2. I think we go like this. Alright, so this is the last turn our opponent will be able to play. And then we can take full control over the game. And then I'm not... Wow! Alright, I just... Alright, I guess it should look a little bit weird. So we will have some work to, you know, go through our opponent's stuff, but we should get there. Let's draw a card. Nope. We just cycle it. We just want to hit Reenact the Crime. Nowhere to run shouldn't be important here. Man, at this point we can just hardcast it, I guess. Right? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we are literally 1 turn off. And Negate is amazing here. There aren't creatures, the only one who got exiled. Alright, so 1 more turn and we can do all this crazy stuff. Especially that we can also make another treasure, so we can even go for Doppelgang from the sideboard. And that could be very interesting. We can just, you know, start copying all the reefs and try to maybe not mill them, but hit them with like 5 reefs or something like this. We'll see. Let's go for a treasure. We have what? 7. We want to play a land, so we will probably play 1 card and then cycle the other one. Alright, here it is. I mean, we are trying to go for Reenact the Crime. We have so much control over the game. And 3, 6. Yeah, we can already go for this one. Alright. I don't want to burn the treasure. We can always shuffle it back later if we really want to. Alright. Listen, guys. Let's go. I guess we are not reenacting the crime. We are just going like this. And let's see if our opponent does something about it. Even if they counter, we'll just keep going until at 1 turn they cannot. Because the moment this enters the battlefield, we can play 3 counter spells and get Atraxa for even more. So I don't think our opponent will have tools to, you know, basically fight this. And here's your honk. Oh, they're trying to draw card, but it's only 2. So it is possible they have some counter spells in the deck, but well, with so many cards you probably are not getting them. Let's start with Atraxa. She usually is pretty decent. However, I won't take too many cards, I will only take the ones that are, you know, super meaningful. So probably Arcavios, counter spell. We didn't hit Arcavios actually. Alright, let's go Fountainport. Counter spell. I guess Mazemind Tome, right? It's not bad. Is there anything that went into the graveyard? I don't think so. Yeah, let's go like this. Should be good. And the Tome is nice because it doesn't linger in your hand. So we can do a lot. Man, we could just copy everything so many times. Maybe we can try to go for the combo. You know what? Let's try to go for this. With 5 cards, we should be able to do a lot here. Alright. Man, we are hitting those Atraxa one after another. Maybe we just try to kill them with Atraxa, but we'll see. I really want to get into the big stuff, right? Alright, here's the big stuff. That helps. And we go for 1 Virtue. And let's go for another Tome, because we can always keep them. By the way, you can also play Reenact the Crime and get Atraxa, but we don't want to do it. Let's play this one for free. So our opponent will have a lot of troubles. Let's play this one for free. There are no creatures except Atraxa, but there can be more, and we can always take 0 cards and just try hitting them. And what do we go for? Probably just counter spells. Do I want to already use Arcavios? Probably not, honestly. Like, we will keep it for later. We don't even need lands anymore. I think I might really go for the Doppelgang. Because we can do so many. One more? Let's go for the Throat. That should be good. I want to use Fountainport in case I need to make some weird defaults. With Fish of Doom. Alright. And we have what? 4 counter spells. Don't forget we can shuffle everything we have in the graveyard with Arcavios and draw next 7 cards. So even if we mill ourselves, it's not a huge problem as long as we have counter spells. But we probably want to play counter spells first. Then we get the most value. And right now they... Alright. They're fighting. I have to say, they're fighting. Let's go for Negate, because it hits less. Alright, that's the first one. And yeah, man, we have 3 more counter spells. So once this hits the battlefield without getting countered, even if your opponent has removal, you have all the counter spells unlocked. Alright, I'll be honest, I don't love this hand. We don't have anything from the combo. However, if we draw Great Door, this will be amazing, and we should have enough removal to, you know, keep playing the game for a moment. Let's go for the blue mana, just in case. It feels like mono red, not Boros. Oh, it's Boros. Alright. Alright. I guess. I really hope they will play it, but they probably won't. Yeah, there's no going around it. We just have to go for this. We really don't want them to target it. So let's go for this. We can surveil something. Well, man, this is definitely helpful. I definitely don't need 2 of them. I barely need 1 in this kind of situation. They know that we have it. I think we take 2 damage and we go for the Virtue. This is a good moment to get some, you know, live game. Oh, they actually fought. Alright, alright. We got 2 for 1. Very nice. I didn't thought that they will go for it. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And we still have removal. And that's why I took this hand, even though we had 2 lander, but we had so much removal. So that usually means that you will have enough time to draw the stuff. Alright. Alright, this went pretty quickly. Props to our opponent for... Alright, I'm definitely drawing a little bit too much right now. Let's go for the mouse. This is a good moment to live gain, and also we can make sure that Virtue happens, because we are actually 1 mana short of casting it, and that might be the play that we have to make. Alright. I have the Reef, so that opens some possibilities. Alright. And those draws are something else. So we are at what? 6 mana, we can activate the Reef, and when they try to pump the mouse, we can remove it. Oh man, I really need to do it right now. Alright. Bro, they scoop so quickly, like they didn't even try to play the cards. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll be honest, this is probably the most fun type of Dimir. It feels a little bit like Mindsphere Apparatus deck, but you know what? There we need to pay like 1 or 2 mana for spells. This is super expensive. Why not pay 0 mana to play the cards? This is way more fun, especially that means that you basically can chain value infinitely, because Season of Weaving, when you draw 5 cards, I learned that most of the time you draw one of the pieces that keeps you going. Even like Great Door gives you extra card. Atraxa of course just gives you all the cards, but Invasion of Arcavios lets you access to all the schooled sideboard, and if you fully whiff, you can even go for a step between worlds and you draw 7 new cards. You also shuffle the library, so it lets you play longer, because obviously with all of this card draw, you will mill the first, so you need to be a little bit aware and be aggressive at some point, but it's not super hard to close the game with, you know, just 5 counter spells lingering for 0 mana. Like, the potential for this deck is absolutely insane, and I really want to play more with this kind of idea, because with Omniscience, just playing any kind of value card is just so insane, especially Season of Weaving, because you don't have like X cost in this card. That's why we play it. Silver Scrutiny doesn't interact very well with Omniscience. Same for Refute, for 3 steps ahead. That's why we play Refute, because they just synergize so much better with this one if you have the free casting cost. And of course Atraxa, but the problem is that we cannot hardcast her normally, so it's either Reanimation or Omniscience, or just cannot play it. So that's why we went with some blue spells, and it also protects you against, you know, bad situation on board. Sometimes you will actually go for this return each non-land non-token permanent to its owner's scan. However, you need to keep in mind that it also bounces Omniscience, so you probably want to set up everything. And one cool trick, you can always use Season to bounce Invasion of Arcavios, which means you have more wishes every turn probably, because you can keep getting Season from your graveyard with Invasion. So if you have 2, you can actually go pretty infinite, especially if you don't pay mana for stuff. But the Omniscience, of course, you know, you need to play it. So a lot of things going on with this deck, and before we go with the rest, I want to say a huge thank you to our amazing patrons. Thank you guys for sticking with the channel, always being here, and always being an awesome bro. So really appreciate it. And yeah, honestly, with this sideboard, like, this is one of my favorite things about Omniscience, and this is something I remember from Historic when I didn't even have the channel. I played with this card and Fae of Wishes because I just loved and man, we had 15 cards back then, so it is so fun to just have a different card from every color just doing the craziest stuff ever. Honestly, like 1000-Year Storm could also be here. However, this only takes instant and sorcery, so that's why we cannot go for those kind of shenanigans, and I remember I went for them with the Fae of Wishes. However, you can basically get here every instant sorcery that you feel is cool. We have Titania's Command because I wanted some life gain, and I realized that most of the time one of the graveyards will be pretty full, so this is one card that gives you 2 blockers and life gains. Well, you know, it's green, but we don't really care. Time Stop is actually pretty amazing here, not only because it gives you the full turn, but it also prevents your opponent from interacting with your creatures that you probably summoned so many of, like you have Atraxa, you have Reefs prepared, and maybe you stole something from your opponent's graveyard. So if you can time stop their turn on crucial turn, that means you will swing for a lot of damage, probably lethal. So that's a nice one, and I still went with one robber. It doesn't synergize with free casting cost, but it gives you way to close the game if you don't have win cons. You can steal your opponent's win cons if there are no creatures, if you are scared that you will mill first. I mean, you can still step in between the words, but I wanted to cover all the situations. So honestly, this deck is so much fun to play. This is probably my favorite Dimir, and we'll probably make different versions of this, and as long as you guys like it. So tell me in the comments if you want more, because I definitely do. And what about the score? We went 4 and 3, so we ranked up a little bit, but I'll be honest, today's games were so weird, including the deck that literally did nothing else except trying to counter us with anti-reanimator build, and we still won. So at this point, I don't know what the stats should be, but those are mine. It worked for me, so I hope it will be the same for you. Thank you guys for watching, and see you tomorrow.